We're going to bring in ANZ National Bank's Chief Economist Cameron Bagrie, who joins us on the line from Wellington. Cameron, good to have you. Good morning to you. What about this big miss? What happened here with New Zealand's economy?
I think you've got an economy here that we've got growth. Let's be positive about it, but it's just what we call a little bit of grumpy growth. You know, you've got an economy that's been buffeted around by, I think, three dynamics. You're one, there's still an awful lot of volatility around the globe, and New Zealand's getting caught up in that volatility in the June quarter. Secondly, you've got an economy here that's deleveraging, paying down debt, not spending a lot of money. So that's a natural near-term suppressant for growth. And thirdly, you've got an economy that's undergoing a pretty profound period of change. We've got to reweight this economy towards one that's more export, more earnings-centric, away from the traditional consumer housing-led model. And that's just a change which is taking a little bit of time and leaving growth within this economy a little bit anemic.
Cameron, what about the effect of the worst earthquake in 8 decades? Crippled infrastructure in the south of the country. Have we seen those effects in the recent GDP numbers that we saw, or are we going to see it next quarter?
Well, no, it's rather amusing at the moment because we're now talking about New Zealand GDP figures for the June quarter, and here we are at the end of September, and we're not going to get those figures until December later this year. If we look at our early estimate for Q3 GDP, it was looking a little bit scratchy to start with. Housing momentum had come off. Retailing looks pretty soft. I think we will get a modest inventory rebuild over that quarter, but net on net, the underlying GDP didn't look that healthy. And then we get the September earthquake dynamic which came through, and we're seeing a bit of negative impact on activity there. That's probably going to shave around 0.3, 0.4 percentage points of growth in Q3. So Q3 growth at the moment does look very scratchy, looking more likely to be something broadly flat, I suspect.
Okay, and what about monetary policy, Cameron? What about the Reserve Bank of New Zealand and Governor Alan Ballard? Do you think he should keep interest rates on hold for the rest of this year? And has he made a mistake in raising rates too early?
Well, I think the Reserve Bank, if you go back to June, they were overly optimistic on how this economy was going to recover. They were expecting 4% growth over calendar 2010. And look, we're a long way away from that. We've got a 2% economy as opposed to a 4% economy. But I think the Reserve Bank is going to be on hold here right through the end of 2010 and probably right through till March 2011. But that said, I think that things are moving into place for this economy. We've got very strong growth challenges near term because you've got an economy that's going through a process of balance sheet repair. But the more we front load that process of balance sheet repair, I think the better this economy is going to look in 2011. And we're looking at 3 to 4% growth next year. Now, in that situation, I think you're going to see interest rates move up over time. But certainly the Reserve Bank's going to be in no hurry in this instance to proceed with that.
Okay, Cameron, thank you for that.